Hey foodies, welcome back to the channel. Missed you. On the menu today I have Ackee and Saltfish tacos. I haven't had Ackee and Saltfish in a while, so I had to have it a different way because Ackee and Saltfish, that's not easy to get here in China. But I'm going to show you how I made this really simple. Of course, Roma's kitchen style.
Can't cook. Think you you pay your pretty look. You want to live a restaurant and come done man bank book. Cook. Recipe book.
So this is a saltfish that I'm able to get here, Island Pride. I really love it because it's super fleshy. It doesn't have a lot of bones. My childhood self would definitely not agree with this because I would need those bones back then, but I don't need them now, all right? So I'm going to rinse this saltfish off and I'm going to boil it. So after I've rinsed it, I'm adding it here in some boiling water. You want to boil this for until most of the salt is gone. So here I prepared the seasoning. I have tried-colored bell peppers, white onion. I also have thyme and pimento seeds. You can just use the thyme leaves and not the stalks. And make sure to remove the pimento seeds after you finish cooking your ackee because you don't want to bite into that, but the flavor top tier. Okay, now let's put the seasoning aside. Now of course for the main ingredient, the ackee. This is the Linstead Market ackee in the tin. I'm not as privileged as you guys to get the fresh ackee, so I just rinsed the ackee off, and I love how it wasn't too crushed out or anything like that. Perfect. Make sure you rinse it off and set it aside. Once I set that aside, I'm going to check back on my saltfish. It's boiling and I taste a little piece of it and it was definitely not salty. So here now I picked up the saltfish. You just break the saltfish into small pieces. You can have big pieces or smaller pieces, up to you. So here I'm just going to put everything together. My pot is over low heat because now we're just going to kind of saute the seasonings. First things first, I'm going to go in with some oil. I'm using olive oil. You can use the oil of your choice. And because we're going to be making tacos, you don't want to add too much oil to the pot. This is not regular ackee and saltfish that you'll eat with some dumplings or something like that. It's for tacos, so not too much oil. Maybe like 2 tablespoons of oil and that'll be enough. Trust me. Alright girls, stop now, stop now. This was coming out slowly, so I had to be shaking, but trust me, this amount of oil was just fine. It was not too oily. So about 2 tablespoons of oil, the oil of your choice, and everything will be fine. So the pot is over low heat. The oil is not too hot, so right now I'm just going to go in with all that seasoning that I showed you before. I forgot to mention that I have Scotch bonnet peppering this. This was a little bit too spicy for me, but for my housemate, she said it was perfect for her. But yeah, I got some of the seeds in it and it was just too spicy for me. Girl cannot handle pepper. So I'm going in with everything here. And I'm just going to saute them, just move them around in the pot just a little. You just want to get that onion kind of a little bit translucent, and you don't want to overcook your tricolor bell peppers either. You definitely do not want them to be super soft or anything. Just a few minutes, you move them around in that oil and that'll be perfect. Actually, first time I never usually add like thyme or pimento seeds to my ackee and saltfish. I just usually make it like super simple, but no, I like adding these because the flavor is just really nice. So here I added the saltfish that I picked up. We call it pick up the saltfish in Jamaica, but basically you're just breaking the codfish into smaller pieces. You can have big pieces if you want, or little pieces, but little pieces is fine for me. So you don't want to fry that up for too long. Now I'm going in with the ackee. You go in with the saltfish first because the ackee is already pre-cooked, it's soft and you don't want it too soft. Yeah, now I'm just going to move everything around in my pot. Then I'm going to go in with some black pepper. This is essential for ackee and saltfish. You can add around a teaspoon of black pepper for this 1 can of ackee. At this point, my pot is over, call it medium heat. I'm just moving everything around. As you can see, this is not too oily. Usually there will be more oil in ackee and saltfish, but as I said, this is to put in some taco shells, some corn taco shells, and because of that you don't want this to be too oily, because you don't want this to all the oil to seep through the taco shells and you have a whole mess, right? So within like about 3 to 4 minutes of cooking this up, it was already done. Can you believe it? Like right there and then finished. At least we can call this part of it finished. I'm just going to turn this off, just leave it on the stove for just a little. I'm just going to give this a taste test. Remember, you're cooking this at home, so you should taste your pot to see whether or not it's too, hope it's not too salty, because you can't do anything at this point about the salt. But make sure that the ackee, it's nice and cooked. Taste if it needs some more black pepper, whatnot. That is totally up to you, but this for me was perfect. I'm just gonna leave this. Then I'm going to throw the tacos in the air fryer to just get them warm up. I'm using corn tacos. I don't have access to breadfruit or none of that niceness to make really nice breadfruit tacos, so you can do that if you have access to that, but I'm just going to use some corn tacos, right? And they are ready, so I'm just going to add these to the taco rack, and I'm just going to add the filling in. Once you get good tacos, then this will be perfect, nice soft tacos. Or if you like your taco shells crispy, that's up to you. But I'm just going to fill these up, and I'm just going to try my best to not waste it, and to also remove the pimento seeds, because I do not like to bite into pimento seeds, and I won't add the stalks of the thyme in the taco. And here it is, guys. Perfecto. Loved this taco. Corn taco shells might not be my favorite thing, but because I'm on this little journey, I'm just gonna have these corn tacos. If you have access to breadfruit tacos, guys, make sure to use them up. But that is it. Easy like Sunday morning. Of course, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, visit my website at roma'skitchen.net. Until next video.